Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to this live session on the SSC CGL Tier 1 refresher course on general awareness. Before we proceed, let me tell you that this is a set of about 50 questions which we have prepared based on our research. And let me also caution you that these are not a replica of what the questions will be asked in the test. In other words, the questions may not be exactly the same as what we have asked here, but what we have given here is a pattern or a kind of an example of questions that could be asked in your SSC CGL test for the general awareness section. Each SSC question paper consists of about 25 questions on general awareness, and we have taken utmost pain and care to ensure that most of the questions and most of the topics, whether it be from history, geography, banking, general awareness, sports, current affairs, are all included in this capsule of about 50 questions. So what we are going to do is basically, I would first show you a slide with the questions and the possible answers, and I would like you to guess or estimate the correct answer, after which I will myself show you the correct answer. So here we go. And the first question is, where was India's first biobus launched? The possible answers are Mumbai, Kolkata, Jaipur and New Delhi. Can anyone answer this question, please? Where was India's first biobus launched? I hope all of you are live and seeing this presentation video live. And I've asked the first question on where was India's first biobus launched. I'm going to wait for a few seconds before I give you the right answer. In case anybody is able to guess before that, I would be able to. Somebody says number 2. Neeraj and Deepak have said number 2. Mohit. Yes, all of you are right. The answer is indeed Kolkata. The answer is indeed Kolkata. The first biobus was launched in Kolkata a couple of months back. Moving on to the second question. Which of the following separates India from Sri Lanka? Is it the Park Straits, the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea or the Bay of Bengal? Which of the following separates India from Sri Lanka? The answers are given are Park Strait, Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. Yes, Mangalamba Nauran is indeed correct. Meanwhile, Nilesh Chaudhary says, sir, thanks for keeping one question in one slide. Yes, Nilesh, every day is a learning curve. Last time we had not done that, so this time I've taken care to ensure that it is done. Yes, indeed, the right answer is Park Straits. Meenakshi, Sanjeet Samal, Deepak, Madhusudan all have given the right answer. The right answer is Park Strait. Neeraj, it's not the Arabian Sea, it is the Park Strait. Park Strait is the right answer. The third question, where was the second tallest flag post inaugurated and what is its height? The answers given are in Kolhapur at a height of 303 feet, in Pune at a height of 400 feet, in Kanyakumari at a height of 350 feet, or in New Delhi at a height of 430 feet. Suket, I don't know which question you are giving the answer as 1. I don't know, is it for the previous question or for this question? I don't know which is the this thing you are saying. A lot of people are saying 2. Nilesh Chaudhary and Manoja have said 1. I guess they have answered this question on the tallest flag post. Yes, it is in Kolhapur at a height of 303 feet. The answer is right. It is in Kolhapur at a height of 303 feet. Thank you, all of you who have answered this question correctly. The next question is, which first women judge of an Indian High Court passed away recently? Please read the question carefully. Which first women judge of an Indian High Court passed away recently? Is it Ms. Indira Banerjee or Ms. Leela Seth, Ms. Purnima Seth or Lalita Banerjee? Yes, we have moved on to the next question, Anuba and Pravikya and Sharif. What is the answer for this question? Which first woman judge of an Indian High Court passed away recently? Is it Indira Banerjee, Leela Seth, Purnima Seth or Lalita Banerjee? Yes, Deepak, you are indeed right. The answer is Leela Seth. Leela Seth, Naman Agarwal, Deepak, Neeraj Jha, everybody says the Leela Seth, and that is indeed the correct answer. Leela Seth was the first woman judge who passed away recently. This is a very easy question, coming as it comes. It's a very easy question indeed. The next question is, which city is referred to as a garden city? Is it Chandigarh, Shimla, Bengaluru, or Guwahati? Which city is referred to as a garden city? Is it Chandigarh, Shimla, Bengaluru, or Guwahati? Yes, Rudra, Leela Seth is the right answer. We have moved on to the next question. The next question is, which city is referred to as the garden city? Naman Agarwal says it is Bengaluru. A lot of people have answered correctly. Yes, the answer is indeed Bengaluru. I told you this is a very easy question, so there's no, it's not a great brainer. The answer is indeed Bengaluru. Bengaluru is referred to as a garden city. With which state is the sport of Kambala associated? Karnataka, Assam, Bihar, or West Bengal? With which state is the sport of Kambala associated? Somebody says Chandigarh. I'm Anand. I'm sorry, Chandigarh is not the right answer. The right answer is indeed Bengaluru. The next question we have moved on is, with which state is the sport of Kambala associated? Karnataka, Assam, Bihar, or West Bengal? Yes, indeed, a lot of you have answered right. Gyaneshwar Rao, I don't know why he's typing the answer so many times. Shrikant, Balaji, Deepak, Nayan, Rudra Aditya Mohanty, all of you have said the right answer. The answer is indeed Karnataka. The answer is indeed Karnataka. The next question is, how much of insurance cover does Indian Railways provide for a premium of ₹1? All of you perhaps know that the Indian Railways have introduced a system of insuring their passengers at a very nominal premium of just ₹1. And how much do they provide? Is the answer 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, 1 crore, or 50 lakhs? The answer is 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, 1 crore, or 50 lakhs. Naman Agarwal, Neeraj Jha, Vikas Patel, I hope you have answered this question only because the answer is indeed 10 lakhs. Thanks all for giving the right answer, those of you who have given the right answer. Let me reiterate, friends, that what questions you see here are sample questions. They are not a question bank, but what we have done is to do some research on the type of questions asked in the SSC exams, and based on that, we have prepared a set of 50 sample questions for us to be discussed here. So while many of these questions may or may not appear in your exam, let me caution you that this is not an exhaustive list. We are just providing you some clues on what kind of questions to expect in your SSC exams. So the answer is indeed right. 10 lakhs is the right answer. We move on to the next question. Who elects the President of India? Who elects the President of India? All of you know that the current President, the Honorable Pranab Mukherjee, is retiring on the 24th of July, and the next presidential candidates, 2 of them have been announced, Mr. Ramnath Kovind and Ms. Meera Kumar. Who elects the President of India? Either is it the Chief Justice of India, or the MPs from the Lok Sabha, or the MPs from the Rajya Sabha, or the MPs from Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the MLAs of the state? Neeraj Shah says, I have asked some previous question. I'm sorry, Neeraj, I missed your question. If you can repeat it, I will be able to answer it. Yes, indeed, a lot of people have correctly given the answer. The answer is indeed MPs from the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the MLAs of the states all together form the Electoral College for the election of the President of India. Yes, Neeraj, I did not see your question. Please repeat your question. You wanted some clarification. I'll certainly do that if it's within my ambit. With which astronaut of Indian origin died in space? Is it Kalpana Chawla, or Sunita Williams, Nikki Badra, or Preeti Chawla? With which astronaut, woman astronaut of Indian origin, died in space? Sanjeet Samol says Chief. I don't know if he's referring to the Chief Justice, then obviously the answer is wrong. The answer is the fourth option given there. Yes, which women astronaut of Indian origin died in space? Kalpana Chawla, Sunita Williams, Nikki Badra, or Preeti Chawla? Sanjeet Samal says, appointed by the Chief Justice of India. I'm sorry, it is not. The Chief Justice of India gives only the oath of office to the President of India. He does not appoint him, or he does not elect him. Okay, the answer for this question is very simple. All of you have answered it correctly. The answer is indeed Kalpana Chawla. Kalpana Chawla was the first, was the woman astronaut of Indian origin who died in space while re-entering the Earth orbit. The next question is, where is the headquarters of the Asian Development Bank situated? Where is the headquarters of the Asian Development Bank situated? Is it in Manila, Philippines, or in Shanghai, China, or in Mumbai, India, or in Colombo, Sri Lanka? Where is the headquarters of the Asian Development Bank situated? Manila, Philippines, Shanghai, China, Mumbai, India, or Colombo, Sri Lanka? Naman, Anubha, Shrikant Iyer, all of them have said 1. The answer is indeed right. Somebody says 2. The answer is not 2. The answer is Manila. Balaji and others are right. The answer is indeed Manila is the right answer. The Asian Development Bank headquarters is in Manila in Philippines. Moving on. What is the national bird of India? A very easy question. Peacock, crow, bat, or eagle? What is the national bird of India? Madhuri, you are giving 1. I do not know for which question you are answering 1. Is it for the question on national bird, or is it on any other question? I prefer that you please type out your answers so that I would know which question you are answering. Sanjeet Samol, China is not the right answer. The answer is Philippines in Manila. I would prefer you type out the answer instead of like Nikunj Agarwal has said peacock. I would prefer you to type out the answers instead of giving the number 1, because if you give the number 1, I do not know which question you are answering. Is it for this question or for the previous question? Right, indeed, peacock is the right answer. Peacock is the national bird of India. This is the right answer, no doubt. The next question is a slightly tricky one. Who was the first openly gay person elected as the Prime Minister of Ireland in 2017? Gayatri says, sir, everybody is moving on to the next question. We are unable to answer, we are unable to understand. That's why, Gayatri, I've been repeating the question more than once. I've been repeating it twice, thrice, so that people whose connectivity is a little slow will be able to see these questions. Now, this question is, who was the first openly gay person elected as the Prime Minister of Ireland in 2017? Justin Trudeau, Leo Varadkar, Emmanuel Macron, or Donald Trump? Which is the answer for this question? I hope all of you have seen this question. Who was the openly gay person elected as the Prime Minister of Ireland in 2017? I'm asking this question for the 3rd time. Gayatri, for your benefit only, I'm asking for the 3rd time this question. Who was the first openly gay person elected as the Prime Minister of Ireland in 2017? Is it Justin Trudeau, Leo Varadkar, Emmanuel Macron, or Donald Trump? Somebody is saying, please go slow. I can go slow. I don't mind going slow, but provided everybody is okay with that. Ajit, you have answered 1. I do not know which question you are answering. That's why I said that please type out your answers instead of giving the number alone. If you give the number alone, I would not be able to know which question you are answering. Balaji says he is of Indian origin. Yes, Indian origin. Gayatri, I have already told you, this is the 4th time I am asking this question for your benefit only. Who was the first openly gay person elected as the Prime Minister of Ireland in 2017? The available answers are Justin Trudeau, Leo Varadkar, Emmanuel Macron, or Donald Trump. Yes, a lot of you have given the right answer. The answer is indeed Leo Varadkar. Neeraj Jha is asking, who is Emmanuel Macron? My dear friend, he was the guy who was elected as the president of France recently. He is the youngest president of France, and he was just elected recently. Okay, the next question. With which award was KJ Yesudas conferred recently by the President of India? Is it the Sangeet Natak Academy Award, or is it the Padma Vibhushan, or is it the Padma Shri, or was he given the Bharat Ratna? With which award was KJ Yesudas conferred recently by the President of India? Is it the Sangeet Natak Academy, or the Padma Vibhushan, or the Padma Shri, or Bharat Ratna? Meenakshi is asking, who is Justin Trudeau? Justin Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada, Meenakshi. Yes, Deepak, he is the Prime Minister of Canada. Neeraj Sar gives the answer, Sangeet Natak Academy. I'm sorry, it is not the right answer. He was not given Sangeet Natak Academy. Rudra Aditya Mohanty also says Sangeet. It is not the Sangeet Natak Academy. A lot of people have given Sangeet Natak Academy as the answer. Vimal Kesavan says Padma Vibhushan. Vimal Kesavan says Padma Vibhushan. Please type out your questions, type out your answers and not the question, not the choice number, because I would not know which question you are answering. A lot of questions, a lot of people have answered Sangeet Natak Academy Award. With which award was KJ Yesudas conferred recently by the President of India? Is it the Sangeet Natak Academy, the Padma Vibhushan, the Padma Shri, or the Bharat Ratna? I'm waiting for a lot of you to respond to this question. Sir, how to remember these statistical data? Sachindra 1984 is asking. Well, you have to go through them again and again. That's the only way of remembering these statistical data. Well, we now come to the answer for this question, since many of you have given the wrong answer saying Sangeet Natak Academy, and a few, of course, have given the right answer. The right answer is indeed Padma Vibhushan, which is the second highest civilian award given to an Indian. Of course, the highest award is the Bharat Ratna, and the Padma Vibhushan is the second highest civilian award recently. Padma Vibhushan is the second highest civilian award given to an Indian. So KJ Yesudas, the famous singer, was conferred the Padma Vibhushan by the President of India very recently. Thank you all for the right answers, and those of you who said Sangeet Natak Academy, please correct yourself. The correct answer is not Sangeet Natak Academy, it is the Padma Vibhushan. Padma Vibhushan is the right answer. A question on history. When was the Quit India movement launched? The answers are 1924, 1942, 1935, or 1909. 1924 or 1942 or 1935 or 1909. Well, it seems like everybody is playing fastest fingers first. Well, I have no answer to that comment of yours, because everybody indeed seems to want to be given the right answer as early as possible. When was the Quit India movement launched? The options are 1924, 1942, 1935 or 1909. Gyaneshwar Rao has said 1924. I'm sorry. Sri has said 1924. I'm sorry. Both of you are wrong. Both of you are wrong, Sri and Gyaneshwar Rao. Both of you are wrong. The answer is not 1924. The answer as given by, what is Danger 1942? I do not know. Abhinav Paul is writing Danger 1942. Abhinami has 1909. No, Abhinami, it is not 1909. It's not 1909. It's not 1924. It's not 1935 either. The correct answer is indeed 1942. 1942 was the year when the Quit India movement was launched by Mahatma Gandhi, and this resulted in our independence 5 years later on the 15th of August 1947. So this is the answer. The Quit India movement was launched in 1942. Very easy question again, the next question. With which sport is Santosh Trophy associated? With which sport is Santosh Trophy associated? The options are hockey, football, cricket, or volleyball. With which sport? Sneka is asking next question, but somebody is still in Quit India movement. Sharif is still in Quit India movement. Sneka, I have to do a balancing act. I have to do, somebody says you're going too fast, somebody says you're going too slow. I'm trying to do a balancing act. Okay, I hope that satisfies you, Sneka, if you can give the answer for this. In fact, see, somebody is still on 1942. Somebody is asking, how are you getting these questions earlier, sir? Please tell us. Only by research, my dear friend. I go through a lot of references, a lot of reference spots before I come up with such questions. And that is how these questions are arrived. And of course, taking into account the pattern of questions which have been normally being associated with such exams. Okay, with which sport is Santosh Trophy associated? Is it hockey, football, cricket, or volleyball? Most of you have said football, and the right answer is indeed football. So if that satisfies all of you, we'll go to the next question. The next question is on banking. What happens when Reserve Bank of India increases the statutory liquidity ratio? What happens when the Reserve Bank of India increases the statutory liquidity ratio? The options are A, either the liquidity is sucked from the system, or the liquidity is increased into the system, or the banks will get more deposits, or banks will get less deposits. Nayan seems to be the only one who's playing the fastest finger now, because he is answering the questions before anybody has even moved to these questions. So Nayan, I wish you were a little more patient. Sai Jyoti, the answer is 4. For which question is the answer 4? For which question is the answer 4? Is it for this question on RBI sucking liquidity, or I don't know. Anand Kumar says banks get less deposits. I'm sorry, the answer is not banks get less deposits. B. Srinivas says 4. No, the answer is not. Sumit says less deposits. No. Apurva Rawat says no. The answer is not the right answer. Kundan also says less deposit. No. Well, Gyaneshwar Rao is asking, sir, well, can you please tell us what is this statutory liquidity ratio? Gyaneshwar, I can definitely tell you, but this is not the right forum for that. I would suggest that you go to our Talent Sprint banking dashboard, and there is a separate presentation from me on what is statutory liquidity ratio. So I would request you to go to that link on the banking dashboard, where I have made several video presentations related to banking, and one of them is on statutory liquidity ratio itself. Sanjeet, what are you confused about? I don't know why you're confused, and what is the confusion about? Gyaneshwara, what is this liquidity? Liquidity is the amount of money available with banks. Amount of money available with banks. Arvind Tatan Zemi says liquidity is increased into the system. Shishit says also increased into the system. Deepak also says 2. Nitin says 2. I am sorry, those of you who have said any answer except 1 are all wrong, including Vivekanand, who says bank will get more deposits. The right answer is when RBI increases the statutory liquidity ratio, the liquidity is sucked from the system. The liquidity is sucked from the system because banks have to maintain more of statutory liquidity ratio with the RBI, which means that whatever money they collect, more portion of the money will go to the RBI, and thus the amount of money available to the bankers for lending will become less. So that is why we are saying the liquidity will be sucked. And the current the current statutory liquidity ratio is 20%. The cash reserve ratio is 4%, and the statutory liquidity ratio is 20% of the total demand and of the net demand and time liabilities. Net demand and time liabilities. Demand liabilities are the SB deposits and current account deposits, and time liabilities are the fixed deposits and cumulative deposits. I hope that answers this question. Oh, Nithin, you are still on Purnima Seth. I'm sorry, that question passed long back. The answer is not Purnima Seth. In fact, the answer is Leela Seth, who was the first woman judge who died recently. So, what happens when RBI increases the statutory liquidity ratio? Liquidity is sucked from the system. That is the right answer. Thanks for those people who answered the question correctly. And for those people who did not answer it correctly, please remember that when the RBI increases the statutory liquidity ratio, then the liquidity is sucked from the system. Banks will have less money to lend. That is why that's why the liquidity is sucked from the system. Balaji says, I think my internet is too slow and I'm getting the questions after you all answered. Well, Balaji, I think you'll have to set that right at your end. So to Sneka, and so to Kamala Priyadarshani. Okay, the next question is on general awareness again. From where are the missiles launched in India? From where are the missiles launched in India? Where are the missiles launched in India from? The options are Sriharikota or the Wheeler Island in Orissa, or is it launched from Port Blair, or is it launched from Pokhran? Where are the missiles launched in India? From where are the missiles launched in India? Yes, somebody says click on live screen. Please go to the banking dashboard. You go to the refresher session and you will find the current live session which is going on here. So this question is, from where are missiles launched in India? Is the answer Sriharikota, or is it the answer is Wheeler Island in Orissa, or is it Port Blair, or is it Pokhran? Well, I'm waiting for people to give their answers. So far, quite a few of you have given the answers, and those of you who have given Sriharikota are, I am afraid, wrong. Sriharikota is not the place from where missiles are launched. Sriharikota is a place from where rockets are launched. Sriharikota is in Andhra Pradesh, and that is where the Indian rockets, the GSLV, the PSLV, all those rockets are launched. The missiles, somebody have said Pokhran also. Pokhran also is not the right answer, because Pokhran is a place where the nuclear test was conducted by India. The correct answer is Wheeler Island in Orissa. Please, a lot of you have given wrong answers for this question. The answer is not Sriharikota, neither is it Port Blair, but it is Wheeler Island in Orissa. That is the right answer. Wheeler Island, now it is renamed as Abdul Kalam Island, and it is in Orissa, and it is that place. Yes, Rudra Aditya Mohanty, I just said that it is renamed as Abdul Kalam Island, and thanks for joining me for that observation. Wheeler Island is renamed as Abdul Kalam Island. I just told you, and as I was telling you, I saw Rudra Aditya Mohanty's type on that, comment on that, on the chat. So the missiles are all launched from Wheeler Island in Orissa. That's where the missiles are launched. I definitely gave you the answer Sriharikota as an option, because I'm sure most of you would have got it wrong. I think we should understand that Sriharikota launches rockets, not missiles. Missiles are launched from the Wheeler Island in Orissa. Okay, and so that is the right answer for this question. How many lines are there in the national emblem Ashoka Chakra? Those of you who have seen the Ashoka Chakra carefully, it's there in a lot of places. You can come across on the coins and on flags and on emblems. A lot of places you can see the national emblem Ashoka Chakra. How many lines are there? Is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 4? Or is it 7? How many lines are there in the national emblem, Ashoka Chakra? Ashoka Chakra, how many lines are there? Is it 5, 6, 4 or 7? Somebody says 21. I'm sure. I'm sorry. What is 21 in that? I don't know. Lairo Salama says 3. 3 is not the right answer. Akul says 2 is not the right answer. Sachindra says 21. I do not know what 21 you are saying, talking of. Option 3, 4. It won easy. Vaishnavi says 4. 4 lines. Gaurav Chaudhary says 4. Naveen says 4. I hope you are talking of 4 lines and not the 4, this thing. Ashish Dalal says option 3, 4. Yes, a lot of people, I think, have got the answer right, although although a couple of you have not got it right. There is, the answer is, there are 4 lines in the Ashoka Chakra. 4 lines facing back to back. So that is the number of lines in the Ashoka Chakra. 4 lines are there in the national emblem of Ashoka Chakra. That is the right answer. What is 24 spokes? We are not talking of the spokes here, Shishid or Prashanti. We are only talking of the number of lines on the national emblem in Ashoka Chakra. There are 4 lines. This is something which has been in the news recently for a long time, especially since demonetization. What is PMDJY? What is PMDJY? The options are the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Jan Yojana, the Pradhan Mantri Development Jan Yogam, or the Prime Minister Development Jan Yojana, or the Prime Minister Daily Jeevan Yogam. What is PMJDY? Pradhan Mantri Dhan Jan Yojana, or Pradhan Mantri Development Jan Yogam, or Prime Minister Development Jan Yojana, or the Prime Minister Daily Jeevan Yogam? Which is the answer? Amit Verma says no idea. You will get the idea here. Very good, friends. Almost all of you have answered it rightly. It's called the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Jan Yojana, where a lot of bank accounts were opened. In fact, India created a world record in the sense that 1.5 crore accounts were opened in various banks within the first week of this announcement. Pradhan Mantri Dhan Jan Yojana was inaugurated by our Prime Minister, and it was in the news for all the wrong reasons in November 2016, because a lot of people who had the demonetized currency went and deposited in the Dhan Jan Yojana account of others. And Pradhan Mantri Dhan Jan Yojana provides for 0 balances in the account. 0 balances in the account. Gayatri says, guys, how are you getting next questions? All you have to do is just wait and watch the screen. You will get it, Gayatri. I'm sure there is some problem with your internet at your end. That is why you're not able to get it on time. Yes, Srinivas, it's a 0 balance account opened under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jan, it is Pradhan Mantri Dhan Jan Yojana, PMJDY. Okay, moving on, a question from the world of sports. This is, who has played the maximum number of Davis Cup matches for India? All of you who are not aware, I will just tell you that Davis Cup matches are played between countries in tennis. In lawn tennis, Davis Cup matches are played between countries. It's not like Wimbledon, French Open, Australian Open, or the American US Open, where it is played between individuals. Davis Cup is played between nations. So, who has played the maximum number of Davis Cup matches for India? The options are Ramnathan Krishnan, Mahesh Bhupati, Leander Paes, or Ramesh Krishnan. Neeraj Shah says Bhupati. Bhupati is not the right answer. Bhupati is not the right answer. Somebody says, I think it is Leander Paes. Anuba. Don't think, Anuba, be sure. Mahesh Bhupati is, Nikin Agarwal says Mahesh Bhupati is not the right answer. Mahesh Bhupati is not the right answer. Option 3. Option 3 is what? Ajit says 1. Ramnathan Krishnan. Ramnathan Krishnan is not the right answer. Preeti Kumari says Leander Paes. Prakash Kamath says Leander Paes. Anuba says Leander Paes. I'm just waiting for people to get into their connectivity. That's why I'm not moving on to the answer or to the next question. I'm just waiting for people so that they can all come on board. Some people say they have network issues, connectivity issues, and that's why I'm going a little slow. Please bear with me. Those of you who have given the answers, please bear with me because I want everybody to join in and everybody to take benefit of this session. I want everybody to get to know of these answers. So, who has played the maximum number of Davis Cup matches for India? Ramnathan Krishnan, Mahesh Bhupati, Leander Paes, or Ramesh Krishnan? I think we will stop at this now because most of you have given the right answer is Leander Paes. However, some of you have said Ramnathan Krishnan and some have said Mahesh Bhupati. I'm afraid both of you are, all of you are wrong if you have said either Ramnathan Krishnan, Mahesh Bhupati or Ramesh Krishnan. The answer is Leander Paes. Leander Paes is a guy who has played the maximum number of Davis Cup matches for India. He has been around for a very, very long time, more than 17 years to be precise. And he is the guy who's still leading the torch bearing the Davis Cup. Of course, nowadays he doesn't play too much of singles matches. He plays mostly doubles matches. And Mahesh Bhupati, in fact, has gone on to become India's coach. So Mahesh Bhupati is not the right answer. The answer is Leander Paes. Thanks, Vimal Keshavan. Thank you, everybody, for answering this question. Those of you who have answered this question right. We have moved on to the next question. Who is considered the architect of the Indian Constitution? Who is considered the architect of the Indian Constitution? Is it Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, or is it Dr. Bhima Rao Ambedkar, or is it Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, or is it Mahatma Gandhi? Who is considered the architect of the Indian Constitution? Balaji and Sachindra, I'm sorry, it is Pradhan Mantri Jan Jan Yojana, not Dhan Jan Yojana. I stand corrected. It is PM JDY. Okay. Now let's answer this question. Who is considered the architect of the Indian Constitution? Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. Bhima Rao Ambedkar, or Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, or is it Mahatma Gandhi? Yes, thank you, Madhuri, thank you, Shivama, thank you, Divya, thank you, Sri, thank you, Sanjit Samal, everybody. The right answer is indeed Dr. Bhima Rao Ambedkar. Bhima Rao Ambedkar is considered the architect of the Indian Constitution. Thanks, everybody, for answering that question rightly. We move on to the next question. This is again from the world of finance. Who regulates mutual funds in India? Who regulates mutual funds in India? The options are Securities Exchange Board of India, the Reserve Bank of India, the Association of Mutual Funds, or AMFI, or is it the Ministry of Finance? Who regulates mutual fund in India? Sir, can we get PDF of these questions? These questions will be in the archive sessions, so you can go and refer them, Laskar. You can go and refer to them. You can go to, refer to them. Okay. Who regulates mutual funds in India? Shishit says AMFI. I'm sorry, AMFI is not the right answer, Shishit. AMFI is not a regulating body, so that somebody else says AMFI. AMFI is not the right answer. Who regulates mutual funds in India? Is it SEBI, the RBI, or the AMFI, or the Ministry of Finance? Nikunj Agarwal says AMFI. AMFI is not the right answer, Nikunj. Deepika Das says, Deepiksha Das says Ministry of Finance. I'm sorry, that is not the right answer. The answer is not Ministry of Finance. Somebody has said SEBI. It is not SEBI, it is SEBI. SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. Thank you guys for answering. Those of you who answered rightly, the answer is Securities Exchange Board of India. Securities Exchange Board of India is the regulatory authority for mutual funds in India. Any action which is done by mutual funds has to be approved with SEBI. Gyaneshwara is asking, what is this mutual funds? How can I refer to your previous this thing? Gyaneshwar Rao, please go to the session, go to the link banking, Talent Sprint banking dashboard. There will be a separate link on banking. You can see my videos. In fact, I have explained videos, I have explained mutual funds very, very detailed manner. There are 4 videos for mutual funds alone. Ganesh, so I request you to go to that link and then you will be able to find it. There is an exhaustive discussion on mutual funds. So yes, it is, the answer is indeed Securities Exchange Board of India. Now, we have had this situation in the recent past, in the last 10 days or so. This next question is on that. Roshni B, what is the role of AMFI? AMFI is an industry association for mutual funds. Somebody says Jawaharlal Nehru. I'm sorry, Jawaharlal Nehru was not the right answer. The answer is B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, who does the governor of a state submit his resignation to? The options are to the Chief Minister of the state, to the President of India, to the Chief Justice of India, or to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Which is the right answer for this question? Whom does the governor of a state submit his resignation to? The Chief Minister of the state, the President of India, the Chief Justice of India, or the Speaker of the Lok Sabha? I see some of you are missing from the chat now. Some of the regular participants are missing from the chat now. I do not know whether your internet connectivity has gone or you have just left the chat. I do not know. Arvind Ratan says the Chief Justice of India. I'm sorry, Arvind, that's not the right answer. That's not the right answer. Most of you are Chief Ministers, no power with Governor, says Sanjeet Samol. Agreed. Prashanti says CM of the state. I'm sorry, that is not the right answer. The right answer is he submits his resignation to the President of India. That is the right answer. The President of India is the right answer. Pujashri says 3. That is not the correct answer. We have had the recent case of Mr. Ramnath Kovind, who has been nominated as the presidential candidate from the NDA and its allies, and he was the governor of Bihar, and he has submitted to the resignation to the President of India. So the answer is the President of India. The governor of a state submits his resignation to the President of India, and that is the right answer. Thank you, Deepak, and everybody else who have answered this question correctly. As I told you, I repeat my observations. Some of you who were regular in answering questions have now not been seen on the chat. I do not know whether your connectivity has gone or otherwise. I request you to come back to the chat so that we will have your valuable presence as well. Okay, the next question is, this is the simplest of simple questions. Who won the silver medal in badminton in Rio Olympics? Is it PV Sindhu, or is it Saina Nehwal, or is it Karlik Marlin, or is it Jwala Datta? Who won the silver medal in badminton in the Rio Olympics? Is it PV Sindhu, Saina Nehwal, Karlik Marlin, or Jwala Datta? Anurag is asking who appoints the state governor. The state governor is appointed by the President of India, Anurag. Somebody says, is this the kind of questions which are asked in CGL and they seem to be easy? Well, I forgot who asked that question. I could not read it before because the chat had moved on. If you find it easy, very well, I'm very glad you will do very well in the exam. But these are the type of questions which are asked in the CGL, especially in the State Commission, State Selection Commission. These are the type of questions which are asked. So if you find it easy, I'm very glad. I'm very glad if you find it easy. Well, all of you have answered this question rightly. There is no great shakes in that because she is in the news for all the right reasons in recent times. The answer is indeed but sir, you have mixed some very easy question. Does this type of question will be asked? Yes, of course. Yes, of course, Sanjeev. All questions need not be difficult. I'm not trying to Rudra Aditya Mohanty says Carolina Marlin. I'm sorry, Rudra Mohanty. Carolina Marlin won the gold medal, not the silver medal. The silver medal was indeed won by PV Sindhu. That is the right answer. Which is considered to be the ecological hotspot of India? Which is considered the ecological hotspot of India? Is it the Western Himalayas or the Western Ghats or the Eastern Himalayas or the Eastern Ghats? Which is considered to be the ecological hotspot of India? Is it the Western Himalayas? Is it the Western Ghats? Is it the Eastern Himalayas or is it the Eastern Ghats? We are still with PV Sindhu. We have moved on. Which is considered to be the ecological hotspot of India? Is it Western Ghats? Is it the Western Himalayas, the Western Ghats, the Eastern Himalayas, or the Eastern Ghats? Number 3, Eastern Himalayas is not the right answer. Number 3, Eastern Himalayas or the Eastern Ghats, both of them are not the right answer, I'm afraid. Shri 929 says Eastern Himalayas. I'm sorry, Shri, it is not the right answer. Sanjeet says, no clue, sir. You will get the clue right now. Kamala Priyadarshini says Western Ghats. Shrikant says Western Himalayas. I'm sorry, that's not the right answer. The right answer is the Western Ghats. Western Ghats is considered to be the ecological hotspot of India. Ecological hotspot of India is indeed the Western Ghats. The next question is again a simple one. From which state has the dance form of Bharatanatyam originated? It obviously is from South India. Bharatanatyam, as the name implies, is from South India. Is it the answer is Karnataka, or is it Tamil Nadu, or is it Kerala, or is it Andhra Pradesh? Thank you, guys. Western Ghats is indeed the right answer. We have moved on to the next question. From which state has the dance form of Bharatanatyam originated? Is it Karnataka, or is it Tamil Nadu, or is it Kerala, or is it Andhra Pradesh? Well, I think I will answer your questions at the end of our sample question session, because every time I answer a question, it takes time and we are unable to move on to the next question. So I will take it after the session is over, after the question sessions are over. Well, some of you have said Karnataka, some of you have said Andhra Pradesh. Rudra Aditya Mohanty says no idea, and some of you have said not Kerala, not Andhra, then it could be either Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. Some of you have said Tamil Nadu, and Tamil Nadu is the right answer. The dance form of Bharatanatyam originated from Tamil Nadu. Thanks Manish Kumar and everybody who gave the right answer. Thank you very much. Anubha, it's not Karnataka, it is Tamil Nadu. Thank you Atish Dalal for giving the right answer. The next question. This is again a question which is taken from the very recent development in general affairs. Which singer won the first Generalist Award? Remember, when we are talking of general awareness questions in this type of a session, we are talking of static questions, which means the answer will not change. The answer will not change forever. Is it not? It's not like asking who is the current president of India, because the current president of India is Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, and in a month's time now he will not be the president of India. So the questions asked in this SSC exams are of the static type. So that's why these questions are all static type questions. Which singer won the first Generalist Award? The answers are Emma Watson, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, or Paris Hilton. Somebody said Lady Gaga. I'm sorry, Lady Gaga is not the right answer. The right answer is not Lady Gaga. Roshni also says Lady Gaga. I'm sorry, that's not the right answer. Kamala Priyadarshini says Emma Watson in capital letters, which means that she's so sure. Meaning of generalist, sir. Well, I said I will take the questions at the end, but this question I will answer here because normally awards are given for the best male playback singer, best female playback singer, best male actor, best female actor, best male comedian, best female comedian, and so on. For the first time, an award was instituted for singers when they combined both men and women together, and they said he or she. For example, Justin Bieber is a man, the other three are ladies. The award was a generalist award. It said that it could be either a he or she, but the award is given only to one person. This person is the best singer of the year award. So it is not popular amongst males and females. It's a combined award for both female and male. For the first time, they introduced a genderless award. Gender, as you know, the gender is male and female. Normally, awards are given in separate categories. In whichever award ceremony you go, separate awards are given in both categories, men and women. So, Justin Bieber, Nikunj Agarwal is not the right answer. A lot of you have said Justin Bieber. I'm sorry, Justin Bieber is not the right answer. He did not win the first Generalist Award. The Generalist Award was first won by Emma Watson. Emma Watson, the British singer, won the first Generalist Award. That's the right answer. Emma Watson is the right answer. This is again a question which has been covered in my current affairs updates. If you had gone through them in the last 4 months or so. Who is the first Indian woman to scale Mount Everest 5 times? As I told you, the questions asked here are of the static variety, which means that the first Indian woman to scale Mount Everest 5 times will always be the first Indian woman to scale Mount Everest 5 times. The answer will not change. The answer will not change. So who is the first Indian woman to scale Mount Everest 5 times? Is it Bachendri Pal, or is it Anshu Jamsenpa, or is it Mary Kom, or is it Ashwini Pochappa? All of them are women. Who is the first answer? Who is the first Indian woman to scale Mount Everest 5 times? A lot of you have said Anshu Jamenspa. The answer is indeed Anshu Jamenspa, but can anybody tell us what is her record? What is her record? How many days did she take to climb Mount Everest 5 times? How many days? Bachendra Pal is not the right answer, Sachindra. It's not the right answer. The answer is Anshu Jamenspa. Anshu Jamenspa climbed Mount Everest 5 times. Can anybody tell me in what period did she do it? Or in an interval of which period? Rudra, it is current nature, not static. The is of current nature, but the answer is very much static. Anshu Jamenspa becomes the first Indian woman. That answer will not change forever. The answer will not change forever. It is a static answer. So to that time, to that extent, it is very much a static answer, Rudra. So somebody says 5 times in 7 days. Somebody says in 5 days, I guess, within 7 days. Yes, some of you who have said within 7 days is the right answer. Anshu Jamenspa climbed Mount Everest 5 times in 7 days. That's a great record which this lady has accomplished, and we as Indians should be very proud of that record. Vivekanand says 2 days. I'm God. 2 days in Mount Everest climbing 5 times. You must be really joking, Vivek. It is not so easy. We are not walking on the beach for her to complete in 2 days' time. Okay, that is the answer. It is Anshu Jamenspa, and it is done in, she did it in 7 days' time. She took 7 days and she climbed it 5 times. The next question is, who is considered the father of the White Revolution in India? This again, the answer is static. Is it Dr. Varghese Kurian? Is it Dr. M.S. Swaminathan? Is it Dr. APG Abdul Kalam? Or is it Dr. S. Radhakrishnan? We have moved on from Anshu Jemanspa to the father of the White Revolution in India. Father of the White Revolution in India. Emma Watson is the correct answer, Abhinami. Don't worry, Emma Watson is the correct answer. Who is considered the father of the White Revolution? Is it Dr. Varghese Kurian, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, or is it Dr. S. Radhakrishnan? Rudra Aditya Mohanty says Amul. I am sorry, Rudra. Amul is a brand name. Amul is not one of the choices here. The choices are Varghese Kurian, M.S. Swaminathan, APJ Abdul Kalam, and Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Many of you have said it is M.S. Swaminathan. I am sorry, M.S. Swaminathan is not the right answer. Kundan Kumar has said M.S. Swaminathan. Abhinami has said Swaminathan. M.S. Swaminathan is considered a great agricultural scientist, but he is not considered the father of the White Revolution. Nilesh Chaudhary is asking, is it related to milk? Yes, of course it is related to milk. It is definitely related to milk. White Revolution is the milk. And thank you for those people who answered Dr. Varghese Kurian. Dr. Varghese Kurian is indeed the right answer. And he is considered the father of the White Revolution. He founded Amul. He founded Amul. I hope that clarifies your question, Rudra. Amul is a brand name. It was founded by Dr. Varghese Kurian. Amul is a cooperative movement, and that was founded by Dr. Varghese Kurian, and he is considered to be the father of the White Revolution in India. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan is a famous agricultural scientist. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is a nuclear scientist and former president of India, and Dr. Radhakrishnan is also a famous teacher and, of course, a former president of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. So, the answer is Dr. Varghese Kurian. That is the right answer. Which is the most famous book written by Karl Marx? Which is the most famous book written by the famous communist thinker and ideologist Karl Marx? The options are Das Kapital, Socialism and Russia, Communism and the Nation, Capitalism and the Nation. Which is the most famous book written by Dr. Karl Marx? Is it Das Kapital, Socialism and Russia, Communism and the Nation, or Capitalism and the Nation? What is the right answer for this question? Communism and the Nation says Sneka. Nilesh Chaudhary says 3. I guess he is talking of Communism and the Nation. Neeraj Shah says Communism and the Nation. Manish Kumar says Das Kapital. Vidya Motanti says Das Kapital. Sanchali Goswami says 1, which I guess is Das Kapital. Sukhet Singh Sharif says 3, Communism and the Nation. Socialism and Russia says somebody, Street 929. I'm sorry, that's not the right answer. Ajit says 3, Communism and the Nation. I'm sorry, not the right answer. The right answer is Das Kapital. Das Kapital was a famous book, is the most famous book written by the great communist ideologist Karl Marx. Das Kapital is the right answer. This question is based on history. Again, a static history question. In which station in South Africa was Mahatma Gandhi thrown out of the train? If you recall Indian history, there was an incident in South Africa when Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of a train because he was traveling in a compartment which was supposedly reserved only for the white people. So, we are asking you this question: in which station in South Africa was Mahatma Gandhi thrown out of the train? Is it in Johannesburg, or is it in Pretoria, or is it in Pietermaritzburg, or is it in Durban? A lot of people have said Durban, some people say Johannesburg, some people say Petersburg. I did not give the answer Petersburg at all. A lot of people have said Johannesburg, Vaishnavi, Soumya Banerjee, Srijit, Vidya, Motali, Pretoria, says Prakash Kamath. I'm waiting for people to read this question carefully and answer. In which station in South Africa was Mahatma Gandhi thrown out of the train for having travelled in a compartment which was reserved for the whites? Is the answer Johannesburg? Is the answer Pretoria? Or is the answer Pietermaritzburg? Or is the answer Durban? A lot of people have answered either Johannesburg or Durban. I'm sorry, friends, those of you who have said Johannesburg or Durban are wrong, and those of you who have said Pretoria are also wrong. A few of you have answered this question correctly, and the correct answer is Pietermaritzburg. Pietermaritzburg was the station in South Africa where Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of the train for having travelled in a compartment which was supposedly reserved for the white people. So the answer is Pietermaritzburg. Thanks, Gaurav. You have given the right answer. And so has Kritika Datta, who says option number 3, which is Pietermaritzburg. The right answer is Pietermaritzburg. Shrikant, it is not Johannesburg, it is Pietermaritzburg. The right answer. Abhirami says Durban. I'm sorry, wrong. So the right answer is Pietermaritzburg. We'll move on to the question again from sports. This is again a static answer because the first batsman to be given out under DRS will always be the first batsman. Who was the first batsman in the world to be given out under the decision review system or DRS system? Is it Kumar Sangakkara of Sri Lanka, or is it Ricky Ponting of Australia, or is it Sachin Tendulkar of India, or is it Alistair Cook of England? Please do not guess your answers. If you know the answer, please type it here. Who was the first batsman in the world to be given out under the DRS system? Is it Kumar Sangakkara, Ricky Ponting, Sachin Tendulkar, or Alistair Cook? Quite a few of you have said Kumar Sangakkara. Somebody has Ricky Ponting. Somebody says Alistair Cook. Somebody says Sachin Tendulkar. Should we wait for some more answers to come in? Rice or Cook? Definitely, says Neeraj Shah. He's so... Well, Marishwari, what is DRS system? Decision review system is one which says when the batsman is given out by an umpire, the batsman has got a right to appeal for review by the third umpire. That is, the umpire's decision will be reviewed. That is why it is called the decision review system, DRS. Isha, I hope I just answered your question. DRS is decision review system. Sri says Ricky Ponting. Arvind Ratan says Alistair Cook. Anubha is giving the answer for that decision review system. Soumya Banerjee says it's Kumar Sangakkara. Chaitanya says it's Cook. Well, those of you who have said Sachin Tendulkar, congratulations, it is the right answer. Sachin Tendulkar was the first batsman in the world to be given out under the DRS system. Sachin Tendulkar has got many a record against his name in cricket. He is the scorer of the highest number of runs in Test cricket as well as one-day cricket. He is the scorer of the highest number of centuries in Test cricket and one-day cricket. Another record which he holds is that he was the first batsman in the world to be given out under the DRS system. It was against South Africa, and Sachin Tendulkar became the first batsman in the world to be dismissed under the DRS system. Moving on, who is considered the architect of the city of Chandigarh? Those of you who are from Punjab or Haryana, excuse me, those of you who are from Punjab and Haryana would know Chandigarh very well. It's a very beautiful city. I've been there. It's a lovely city, a model urban town planning with a lot of beautiful places in and around the city. The question is, who is considered the architect of the city of Chandigarh? Is it Le Corbusier, or is it M.J. Akbar, or which is it Kapil Dev, or is it Sardar Singh? Who is considered the architect of the city of Chandigarh? Is it Le Corbusier, M.J. Akbar, Kapil Dev, or Sardar Singh? Sai Krishna says Sardar Singh. I'm sorry, Sardar Singh is not the right answer. Sai Krishna and Dipiksha Das, both of you are wrong. Ajit says 3 is Kapil Dev. My God, Kapil Dev was a cricketer. He was not an architect. Gayatri, this question is, who is considered the architect of the city of Chandigarh? Is it Le Corbusier, M.J. Akbar, Kapil Dev, or Sardar Singh? The architect of Chandigarh, somebody else has said 3, Amit Verma. My God, Kapil Dev is not the right answer. The right answer is indeed Le Corbusier. Le Corbusier, the French architect, is considered the architect of the city of Chandigarh. Moving on to the next question. Which is the country of origin of the famous Volkswagen cars? You see a lot of Volkswagen cars in the country today running around in India. We have various models of the Volkswagen cars. Which is the country of origin of this famous Volkswagen car? Is it the United States of America, or is it Korea, or is it Germany, or is it France? Yaneshwar Rao is probably bored already. He's taking how much time this session continues there. Sir, the session will continue for as long as you want it, but not until after 8 o'clock. Okay. The country of origin of the famous Volkswagen cars, is it USA, is it Korea, is it Germany, or is it France? Yes, indeed, most of you have answered this question, and the answer is right. The answer is Germany. Germany is the home country of the famous Volkswagen cars. That's the right answer. Then this question is on science. Somebody wanted a question on science. What is considered the purest form of water? What is considered the purest form of water? Is it rainwater? Is it mineral water? Is it the water from the river Ganga or Ganges? Or is it desalinized water? Which is considered the purest form of water? Somebody wanted a question from science, and here it is. Which is the purest form of water? Is it the rainwater, the mineral water, the Ganges water, or the desalinized water? The answer is indeed right. The answer is correct. The answer is rainwater. Rainwater is considered the purest form of water. This question is on banking. When was the Reserve Bank of India established? Is it in 1934, 1935, 1955, or 1978? When was the Reserve Bank of India established? Yes, all of you, thank you very much. The answer is indeed rainwater. Sachindra, it's not desalinized water. And somebody else, Srinivas, also says desalinized water. The answer is not desalinized water. See, if I move too fast to the next question, this is the problem. Somebody said only 30 questions have been covered and there are 20 more. If I move too fast, then somebody will be still in the third previous question. That is why I'm giving everybody an answer to, everybody a chance to answer this question so that everybody gets the facts right. Obviously, the internet connectivity in different places is different. Some places get it very fast, some places get it a little slower. So that's why I'm giving everybody a chance to come into the forum and answer the questions. That's why I'm going a little slow. Please bear with me. We have just completed about an hour of the session, and we shall try and expedite. So when was the Reserve Bank of India established? 1934, 1935, 1955, or 1975? Some of you have said 1934. 1934 is not the right answer. The right answer is 1935, because 1934 RBI Act was passed. The RBI was established only in the year 1935, and yes, it was on 1st of April 1935 that the RBI was established. Which was the first bank in India to be established? This is a question on banking again. Which was the first bank in India to be established? Is it the Bank of Oudh, the Bank of Hindustan, the Bank of Calcutta, or the Bank of Bombay? Which was the first bank in India to be established? Is it the Bank of Oudh, Bank of Hindustan, Bank of Calcutta, or Bank of Bombay? I find Nayan is the first one to give the answer every time. Probably his internet connectivity is excellent. So Nayan, you'll have to bear with all of us because some of us may not get the internet connectivity as fast as you do. Well, some people are saying Bank of Calcutta, some people are saying Bank of Bombay. Many people have said Bank of Hindustan. Somebody has said, a couple of them have said Bank of Oudh. I'm just waiting for some more people to give the answer. Bank of Oudh says Kamala Priyadarshini. Mohil says 1770. I don't know what is that answer. Oudh says Nitin Banekar. Madhuri says Bank of Hindustan. Nuka Raju says Bank of Hindustan. My God, Maru says SEBI. I don't know why you are a long way off, Mayur. We have moved on. Bank of Oudh, established by some merchant, says Shizit. Yes, those of you who have given the Bank of Hindustan, you are right. It was the Bank of Hindustan which was established in 1786 from Bombay, and that is the right answer. The Bank of Oudh was in Rajasthan, the Bank of Kolkata was obviously in Calcutta, and the Bank of Bombay was obviously in Bombay. And so the right answer is Bank of Hindustan. Bank of Hindustan is the right answer, my dear friends. This is again a question from history. Who was the first president of the Indian National Congress? Who was the first president of the Indian National Congress? Was it Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru? Or was it Mahatma Gandhi? Or is it Bal Gangadhar Lokmanya Tilak? Or was it Dr. W.C. Banerjee? What is the answer for question? DRS system. Can't see chat box. DRS system is with cricket, Abhirami. DRS system is with cricket. Neeraj Shah says the answer is Jawaharlal Nehru. So do Ashish Lonar, Akhil. Nehru. Some of them have said 4. A lot of them have said Jawaharlal Nehru. Who was the first president of the Indian National Congress? The Indian National Congress is what is now referred to as the Congress Party. Who was the first president of the Indian National Congress? Was it Jawaharlal Nehru? Was it Mahatma Gandhi? Was it Lokmanya Tilak, or was it Dr. W.C. Banerjee? Yes, those of you who have said W.C. Banerjee are right. Dr. W.C. Banerjee was the first president of the Indian National Congress. He was the first president of the Indian National Congress. Moving on, a question on geography. Which is the highest airport in the world? Which is the highest airport in the world? Is it Leh in India? Or is it Zurich in Switzerland? Or is it Daocheng Yading Airport in China? Or is it the Jammu Airport in India? Which is the highest airport in the world? Is it Leh? Is it Zurich in Switzerland? Daocheng Yading Airport in China? Or is it Jammu Airport in India? Sai Krishna, Gaurav, Chaudhary all say Leh. Prabhul Prabhakar, Akhil says Leh. Rudra Aditya Mohanty also says Leh. Prashanti says Leh. Nupur says Leh. Somebody said 2. I guess she, Deepiksha Das, is referring to Zurich Airport in Switzerland as the right answer. China, somebody says China. Daocheng, China. Highest in terms of what? Obviously highest in terms of altitude. altitude is what we are talking of? Well, the right answer is Daocheng Yading Airport in China. Daocheng Yading Airport in China is the highest airport in the world. It's not Leh, it is not Zurich, it's not Jammu Airport. So the answer is indeed Daocheng Yading Airport. This is the entrance to the Tibetan province. It's near the border of the Tibetan province in China, and that is considered to be the highest altitude in the world. It's situated at a height of more than 7,000 meters from sea level. That was the right answer, Daocheng Yading Airport in China. Thank you guys for those of you who have answered rightly. Very simple question again from geography. Which place is known as the land of the midnight sun? Is it Norway, is it Sweden, is it Iceland, or is it Canada? It's definitely not India. We don't get sun in the midnight here. Obviously, it's got to be in the western part of the world compared to India. Which place is known as the land of the midnight sun? Which means that it will be sunny even at midnight. Is it Norway? Is it Sweden? Is it Iceland? Or is it Canada? Or is it Canada? Neeraj says Iceland. Sai Krishna says Norway. Somebody says 111. I guess he's talking of Norway. Iceland says Palapati Srinivas. Divya says Norway. Dipiksha says Iceland again. Somebody says Chandra Neeraj says Norway. Ajit says Canada. Ajit says Canada. I repeat the question. Which place is known as the land of the midnight sun? Is it Norway or Sweden or Iceland or Canada? Thank you those guys. In fact, a lot of people have already answered this question. Ashish Dalal has typed his answer 4 times. Akhil, I request you not to divert from this topic. You're asking SBI main result announced. I don't know whether you're saying a statement or a question, but let's concentrate on. Ganeshwar Rao says land of the rising sun is London. Oh my God. Oh my God. We are talking of the land of the midnight sun, and the answer is indeed Norway. London cannot be the rising sun, Ganeshwar Rao. The rising sun has to be in New Zealand because that is the farthest place from, farthest on the eastern side. Okay, anyway, the land of the midnight sun is Norway. That's the right answer. This is a very interesting question again from geography. Which Indian state has the longest coastline? Which Indian state has the longest coastline? Is it Andhra Pradesh? Is it Gujarat? Is it Maharashtra? Or is it Tamil Nadu? Which Indian state has the longest coastline? Is it Andhra Pradesh? Is it Gujarat? Is it Maharashtra? Or Tamil Nadu? Remember, all the 4 of them have coastlines, which means that they have places on the coastal side. Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu are on the eastern side. Gujarat and Maharashtra are on the western side. So which is the right answer for the question, which Indian state has the longest coastline? Is it Andhra Pradesh, is it Gujarat, is it Maharashtra, or is it Tamil Nadu? Meenakshi says Andhra Pradesh, Isha says Gujarat, Vidya Mohanty says Tamil Nadu, Rudra Mohanty says Gujarat, Vaishnavi says Andhra Pradesh, Meena John says Gujarat, Balaji says Gujarat. Well, I don't want to keep you guessing any longer. The answer is indeed Gujarat. Gujarat has got the longest coastline amongst all states in India. Gujarat has got the longest coastline amongst all states in India. That is the right answer. This is again from geography. Slightly tricky question, I must understand. Apurva Rabal says Japan is the land of the rising sun. Yes, Apurva, I agree with you. What I was referring to was the London is certainly not the land of the rising sun, midnight sun. Okay, in which of these places is the maximum salinity in water found in the world? We all know that sea water is very saline. That means there will be a lot of salt in that. So in which of these places is the maximum salinity in water found in the world? Is it the Pacific Ocean, or is it the Red Sea, or is it the Dead Sea, or is it the Lake Van in Turkey? Those of you who have answered this question so far have said Dead Sea. Most of you have answered the question as Dead Sea. Anubha, Shishid, Vinay, Vaishnavi, Nupur. Gayatri says, sir, where do you stay? Well, Gayatri, I stay in Chennai. Okay. Chandra Neeraj says Dead Sea. Somebody say Red Sea. Gayatri, you asked this question, I've answered you. I stay in Chennai. Mruna John says Dead Sea. In which of these places is the maximum salinity in water found in the world? Is the answer Pacific Ocean? Is the answer Red Sea? Is the answer Dead Sea? Or is it the Lake Van in Turkey? Well, I don't want to keep you guessing any longer. Nobody has given the right answer so far. Nobody has given the right answer so far. The answer is not a Dead Sea. That's why I said the question itself is a little tricky question. The answer is not Dead Sea. The answer is Lake Van in Turkey. Lake Van in Turkey is the right answer to this question. Which of these places is the maximum salinity in water found? So please note the answer. The answer is Lake Van in Turkey. It is not the Dead Sea. We move on to the next question. Very interesting question this. Again from geography. What is the boundary line between India and Pakistan called? You know, India and Pakistan share a land boundary line. There is a share that is the land boundary line is there between India and Pakistan. What is the boundary line between India and Pakistan? Is it the Wagah border, or is it the Radcliffe line? Is it the line of control, or is it the Amritsar line? What is the answer for this question? We have moved on to the next question. Manisha Demara says line of control. Somebody says Wagah. Somebody says LOC. Somebody says 2. I don't know what is 2. Line of control. Nitin says 3. Meenakshi says line of control. Arvind says line of control. Isha says line of control. Mohit says Radcliffe line. Prabha Kumari says Wagah border. Srinivas says Radcliffe line. A couple of others have said Radcliffe line. Shijit says Radcliffe line. Okay, the boundary line between India and Pakistan is not Wagah border. It's not the line of control. It's not the Amritsar line. It is called the Radcliffe line. Historically, it has been known as the Radcliffe line. Radcliffe line is the right answer. Radcliffe line is the right answer. We now move on to the next question. What is the popular name for the Western Ghats? What is the popular name for the Western Ghats? Radcliffe border between China is not the right answer, but friend, Radcliffe border is the line between India and Pakistan. Okay, what is the popular name for Western Ghats? Is it the Konkan Range? Is it the Sahyadri Mountains? Or is it Goan Heights? Or is it Red Hills? What is the popular name for Western Ghats? Is it Konkan Range? Is it Sahyadri Mountains? Or is it Goan Heights or Red Hills? Neeraj Shah says, what is Wagah border? Wagah border is the place where the flag posts are exchanged. It is the name of the place, but the line of control between India and Pakistan, the boundary line is called the Radcliffe line. Okay, which is a popular name for Western Ghats? Konkan Range, Sahyadri Mountains, Goan Heights or Red Hills? So far, many people have answered Konkan Range. Some of them have answered Sahyadri Mountains. Revati Sharma has answered Sahyadri. Chandra Neeraj has said 2, that is Sahyadri. Vidya Matali says Konkan Range. Vinay says 2, which is Sahyadri Mountains. What is the popular name for Western Ghats? The answer is Sahyadri Mountains. Sahyadri Mountains is the answer. Western Ghats are more popularly known by the name Sahyadri Mountains. A question from religion. Bodhisattva doctrine is associated with. Bodhisattva doctrine is obviously associated with Buddhism. That's something which we all know. Bodhisattva doctrine is associated with The options are Mahanaya Buddhism, Hinanaya Buddhism, Vijayarana Buddhism, or Theravada Buddhism. Which is the answer to this question? Bodhisattva doctrine is associated with either the Mahanaya Buddhism or the Hinayana Buddhism or Vijayarana Buddhism or Theravada Buddhism. Can you please tell me which answer is this to answer this question? Sai Krishna says Mahanaya Buddhism. Oh, somebody took the easiest route. He says skip. Deepiksha Shah says, I don't know. Well, most of you have said Mahanayana and some of you have said, I don't know. Mahayana Buddhism is not the right answer. The right answer is Theravada Buddhism. Bodhisattva doctrine is associated with Theravada Buddhism. Theravada Buddhism is the right answer. This question is again on history. What is the dynasty that ruled North India during Alexander's invasion? We all know the Alexander, the Greek king, invaded India in the early part of the 18th century, and the dynasty that ruled North India during Alexander's invasion, what is it called as? Is it called as Maurya dynasty, or is it the Nanda dynasty, or is it the Magadha dynasty, or is it the Pallava dynasty? The dynasty that ruled North India during Alexander's invasion, Maurya dynasty, Nanda dynasty, Magadha dynasty, or the Pallava dynasty? Shishir says Maurya, Rudra says Nanda, Lohit Naika says Nanda, Kultar Singh says Nanda. Number one is Maurya dynasty. Somebody also said number one. Well, most of you have given the right answer. The right answer is indeed Nanda dynasty. Nanda dynasty was the one which ruled India, which ruled North India when Alexander invaded India. Maurya dynasty is not the right answer, my dear friend Manish Kumar. Maurya dynasty is not the right answer. The answer is indeed Nanda dynasty. When did Indian mutiny begin? We all know that one of the dark spots in India's history is that there was the Indian mutiny. Indian mutiny, the famous Jallianwala Bagh mutiny was there. When did the Indian mutiny begin? It is a static question on history. When did Indian mutiny begin? Is the answer 1847, or is it 1857, or is it 1877, or is it 1900? When did the Indian mutiny begin? So far, many of you have said 1857. Thank you very much, everybody. The answer is indeed 1857. 1857 was the year when the Indian mutiny began. That was the year when the Indian mutiny began. Thank you very much. This question is again not a very easy question to answer. When was the Hindu Widows Remarriage Act formed? When was the Hindu Widows Remarriage Act formed? Is it in 1856 or 1857, 1956 or 1957? When was the Hindu Widows Remarriage Act formed? You all know that as per Indian civil law now, Hindu widows are allowed to remarry. That was not the case earlier. Now an act has been established, an act has been formed which permits the marriage of Hindu widows, remarriage of Hindu widows. When was the Hindu Widows Remarriage Act formed? 1856, 1857, 1956 or 1957? Some of you have said 1956. 1956, sir, says Vidya. Well, those of you who have answered 1956, you are wrong, unfortunately. The Hindu Widows Remarriage Act was formed much, much earlier, exactly 100 years ago, before 1956. The answer is 1856. Mohit has given the right answer. Thank you, Mohit, and thank you, Nikunj, and thank you, Ashish, and the answer is indeed 1856. 1856, Prabhu Kumar, it's not 1956. It was formed exactly 100 years ago. So the answer is 1856. Hindu Widows Remarriage Act was formed in the year 1856. That is the right answer. We move on to the next question. Who was the founder of Arya Samaj? Very easy question this is. Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati, or Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, or is it Jaggi Vasudev, or is it Pandit Vasudev? Who was the founder of Arya Samaj? Was it Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati, or is it Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, or is it Jaggi Vasudev, or is it Pandit Vasudev? Arya Samaj, as you know, is a very famous organization. It's indeed a very, very famous organization. Who founded that organization? Was it Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati, or Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, or is it Jaggi Vasudev, or is it Pandit Vasudev? Yes, indeed, the answer is Dayanand Saraswati. Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati is the right answer. Right answer to this question. Who was the founder of Arya Samaj? The Arya Samaj was founded by Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati. That's the right answer. Where is the highest railway bridge in the world? Where is the highest railway bridge in the world? Is it in Ladakh? Is it in Chenab? Is it in the Swiss Alps? Or is it in China? Where is the highest railway bridge in the world? Is it in Ladakh? Or is it in Chenab? Or is it in Swiss Alps? Or is it in China? Tirtha, I do not know what. Tirthesha says 4. I do not know which question he is answering. Isha says China. Sai Krishna says Ladakh. Chenab, I guess, says Anuba. Lyman Balur says, Bate says Switzerland. Sir, today you are active. I was always active, Gayatri. What do you mean by not? Today you are active. I was always active. Yes, what is the answer to this question? Which is the highest railway bridge in the world? Is it Ladakh, Chenab, or Swiss Alps, or China? Jyotisman says China. Noki Raju says China. Rashmi Kumari says number 2, which is Chenab. Prashanti says Chenab. Yes, all of you who answered Chenab, you are right. Chenab in Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, Kamala, you are right. The answer is indeed Chenab. Chenab is the right answer. The Chenab railway bridge is in Jammu and Kashmir, connecting Chenab with Jammu. That is their highest railway bridge in the world. So that is all the number of questions we have for you, friends, in today's live session on general awareness related to the SSC news, SSC exams. I hope you enjoyed the questions in as much as I enjoyed presenting them. Now, if you have any questions, I will take them for a short while. If you have any questions, please go ahead with your questions. I will take them for a short while. We have spent about 90 minutes answering these 50 questions. They were from different fields. They were from history, they were from geography, they were from politics, they were from religion, they were from sports, and they were from everything, mountaineering, everything. So if you have any questions to ask of me, please do ask of me. I thank you for having joined this session, but in case you have any questions to ask of me, you can go ahead and ask me. I'm waiting for any questions that may come from you. Manish Kumar says, explain ecological hotspot. Ecological hotspot is a place where it is very hot in the center of the mountains. And that's why it's called the ecological hotspot. Western Ghats in India is something related to, is the ecological hotspot in India. That's supposed to be the hardest part. Kamala says, today's class is very useful and interesting. Thank you very much, Kamala. Sir, can you please tell us what kind of questions from economics comes? Anything can economics can come, Ganeshwar. It is anything can come from economics. Difference between NRE and NRO account, non-residential external account and non-residential ordinary account. Both are the same to the extent that non-resident ordinary account can be opened by a person who is living abroad but who intends to come back to India very soon. Whereas non-resident external accounts are those accounts which are opened by people who are living abroad and they don't intend coming back to India soon. In both the cases, remittances can come from abroad, and both the cases, debits can also come from Indian side. That is the answer to your question, NRE and NRO account. I hope I have answered you, Chaitanya. I just answered you, Chaitanya. Sir, which book is the best to prepare for banking awareness? Kamala Priyadarshini is asking me. Well, I really don't know. I can't say that one book is the best. You'll have to refer to different sources. But I guess I take a lot of pride in saying that our talent sprint videos on banking are probably one of the best in the world, or one of the best in India. So I think if you refer to our banking dashboard, you will find that talent sprint videos on banking are extremely good. What is meant by DSB returns? I honestly don't know what is DSB you are referring to here. Also, please explain, give options. That is achievement. I don't know what you're trying to convey, Naveen. What is it that you're trying to convey? I don't know. Sir, will the level of questions be similar to this in CGL? I guess so, Vidya, because we have done a lot of research on the SSC CGL exams, and then we have come out with this sample questions. So I guess it will be very similar to this. It will be very similar to this. How to approach the answer of an unknown question instead of skip in GK section? Well, offline I can tell you, if you are at home, you can find out the answer to an unknown question by Googling it. Well, in the examination hall, you will not have access to Googling, so I guess you must be better prepared. Amit Verma is asking what is PMLA means. PMLA is Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Mangalamba says, please tell me elasticity in economics. Elasticity in economics is nothing but there is an elasticity of supply and elasticity of demand, which means that elasticity is nothing but the demand or supply will go up or come down only to an extent. It is elastic. Beyond a point, that law of elasticity, law of demand and supply will not work. That is called the elasticity in economics. I'm sorry, Sai Krishna, it is not Mahayana Buddhism, it is Theravada Buddhism. That's the research which I have says. Sir, does the videos of talent sprint on general awareness will be sufficient for banking? I guess very much so. Isha, I guess it will be very much essential. Rudra says, Neeraj thinks Sir has a magic wand. Thanks, Rudra, for recognizing that. I'm not a magician here, so I do with this thing. Sir, it will be useful if you conduct some more sessions on general awareness like this, says Vidya. Thank you very much, Vidya. I am thankful you liked it. We will try to conduct more sessions on general awareness like this. What is the unit of currency, is asking Alpna. Unit of currency is nothing but the measure of the currency. For example, in India, the unit of currency is the Indian rupees. In Europe, it is euro. In the United States, it is the dollar, and so on. That is the unit of currency. Sharif says prompt corrective action. Prompt corrective action is an action taken by Reserve Bank of India on certain commercial banks which are having stressed assets, or in other words, whose assets are declining in quality, which means that they have more of non-performing assets. So those actions, those banks which have more of non-performing assets have been told by RBI to either step up and improve their non-performing asset quality, or there will be certain corrective action taken by RBI. What is proposed by RBI can be different ways of prompt corrective action can be done, but the more important point is to understand that nowadays RBI is following the health of banks very, very closely, and those banks which have a high level of NPA have been asked to take corrective action immediately and recover those NPAs. So some of the banks which have gone under the prompt corrective action in recent years are, in recent months are UCO Bank, of course, then recently Indian Overseas Bank also was put under the prompt corrective action. Somebody says, can you conduct these questions as many times as possible before the exams? Well, Arvind Ratan says, I will certainly do that. Sir, please explain about BPSS. Can you please explain what is BPSS? I'm not sure of what is BPSS, Kamala. Can you please explain what is BPSS? Is it, I don't know. I don't want to guess an answer for that acronym BPSS. Okay. Satish Lucent, GK and Manorama yearbook. Yes, that's a very good book on general knowledge. I don't deny that. Okay, friends, thank you very much for joining me on this live chat today. I'm sure a lot of you have said that it was very useful. I thank you for that observation. We will continue to provide you with questions based on deep research and deep analysis, and we will come out with such questions as often as possible. Some of you have given a suggestion that we should have one more such live session on general awareness before the SSC exams. We'll try and do it. I do not know whether we have enough time for that or not, but time permitting, we will certainly do that. I'll certainly do that, and thanks once again for all of you for having joined me on this session. Thank you very much. Good night. Take care.